Hello, welcome. As usual, just doing final setup. Hope tonight finds everyone well and that you've all had a great week. There we go. All right, now, given we've had the same problem every time, I'm just going to immediately try the solution before even seeing if I have a problem with my face tracking. Good is good. There we go. I believe that is in fact working as intended, as rare as that is. Hello. Hi. The stream title was not a lie. Yep. So, tonight... Oh, that's supposed to be muted. Yeah, so we've got a couple... We've got a couple things. First is obviously this video, which is Brandon Herrera talking about how Call of Duty stole his AK-50. Now, there is something very, very important that should be brought up first, because I didn't think of this until shortly before the stream when I was setting things up. The plan for tonight was to play a game called Grounded. Grounded is a survival game where you play as someone shrunk down. So instead of your usual survival in the normal world, you're surviving in the tiny world. But there is a problem that I had not thought of. There are giant insects. And I didn't even think about this until I was setting up the game, and the first thing that came up that was a warning about an arachnophobia mode. So while I do this reaction, I'm going to let you all decide, do we turn arachnophobia mode on so that the spiders are not spider-like? Or do we switch to Valheim, which is also a survival game, also Game Pass, but I don't think it has giant insects. I will be fine. I do not know if you guys will all be fine. So you guys have, as we do our first reaction, well, our only reaction, you guys have, as we do this reaction, to decide, is everyone going to be okay? Or would it be better for me to switch to a different game? Again, I will be fine. And if you don't vote just because you want to see Valheim, because that is one of the games for Sunday if we don't do it today. I have arachnophobia, but I can live with it because it would be fun to see you play it. Okay, at minimum then, I will turn on arachnophobia mode for you. Like I said, don't be voting because of my sake. I'll be fine. Don't be voting because of Valheim. That's Sunday if it's not today. But if anyone else is going to have a problem, you have advance warning now. That you have time to say, hey, can we not play Grounded? The giant bugs are going to bother me. Particularly the spiders. Hi, Blue. Congrats on the debut. Blue has her cute new model. I highly recommend you guys go check it out. So, yeah. I just want to get that out of the way. I didn't even think about it because, again, I do not have arachnophobia. So, it's just not something that dawned on me as a problem, but I realized, oh, I should make sure that people watching the video are also going to be okay. So yeah, getting that out of the way, we're gonna switch to the React, and you guys will have time to decide, okay, is this something we want to do or not? Again, I will be fine. Don't vote for my sake. So, I don't need to do the wings this time. I can leave my wings up for the whole stream. So yeah, this is Brandon Herrera's Call of Duty stole the AK-50, which, yeah, this I haven't seen this video, but I've seen what's been going on. There's been a lot of talk of this, and it's like, yeah, Call of Duty wasn't subtle at all with what they did. You know, they don't have any original ideas. They haven't for like a decade now. So they might as well just steal the good ideas from someplace else. Oh no, Fairy's Eye. Yeah. Anyways.
So the AK-50 is now in the new season of Call of Duty. Oh yeah, not kidding. Hi there, my name is Brandon Herrera, and this is my gun, the AK-50. Over the course of the last 8 years, my team and I developed the world's first and only 50 BMG AK. It was a huge engineering challenge, but after showing tons of updates...
It is the and only part that is really important about a lot of this. He's a tad soft? Okay, upgrade, bumping the volume.
Throughout the... So the AK-50 is now in the new season of Call of Duty. Oh yeah, not kidding. Hi there, my name is Brandon Herrera, and this is my gun, the AK-50. Over the course of the last 8 years, my team and I developed the world's first and only 50 BMG AK. It was a huge engineering challenge, but after showing tons of updates throughout the entire process, on May 10th, we released a video showing off the finished version of the AK-50 V3, getting millions of views in the first few days, becoming the biggest video release we'd ever done at the time. So you might imagine my surprise then when a couple months later, my buddy hits me up and hits me with the line, "Dude, they just put the AK-50 in Call of Duty." Yep, on July 24th, they announced the new Season 5 to Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3, which included new weekly challenges that unlock new weapons or upgrades every week. Week 2 of which being the motherfucking AK-50, or as Call of Duty calls it, the Jack Cataclysm, which, not gonna lie, it's a pretty cool name. It's listed as a 50 BMG conversion kit to an RPK, which...
isn't gonna happen.
No. Hell, even gaming YouTube has pretty well figured that out even before I made this video. Now, before you ask, no, I am not getting any sort of royalties, nor was I asked beforehand, nor did I even know before I found out through the announcement. I'll get into that a little bit later too, but that's normally
they have enough money, they should pay him.
just the first thing that my audience seems to ask whenever I pointed it out on Twitter or anything like that. But yes, long story short, no, COD Daddy is not paying my bills with that sweet, sweet AAA paycheck. But I did want to take this very unique and very, very weird opportunity.
Of course, they have enough money, they could afford to pay their developers a proper salary, too.
To review my own gun in Call of Duty, compare it to the real-life version, and even actually play some with it. Because let's be honest, getting my own gun added to the game was probably one of the only ways that I was going to be playing the...
Summon Link, thank you for the raid, and welcome, peoples! Hi! We are just doing a quick reaction. This was requested for me to react to this today. Afterwards, we will be doing Grounded, tiny survival game, which is why I am tiny. Hello, welcome, thank you for the raid, and I hope you enjoy your time here. Swimming Link, what were you playing before you got here? Careful, don't bury the raiders. Melody's Melon Mania. I have not heard of that. Let's see. Melody's Melon Mania. Are these VTubers? Oh, it is! It's Project Melody! Oh my gosh! Holy crap, this is actually Project Melody doing things. And it is, well, I was gonna say ironically wholesome, but somehow in spite her other job, Project Melody manages to be one of the most wholesome streamers out there. That's cute. Oh, this is the fruit game, but as Melody. Got you. All right. Might have to add this to the list. Zygame? Oh no. I wish. I mean, I have a background in game design, but I do not have the time to do it. That's cute. I'm adding that to the list. I'm going to steal that idea from you. Thank you for the raid, though, and welcome. Flappy's eye. Oh, don't do that. Call to the Lamb Chimera Ultimate Edition. Oh boy. We've started things. Oh no. Things have been started that I am concerned about now. Alright. Before this snowball gets too bad, let's continue, shall we?
The new Call of Duty as an adult. My heart still belongs to the classic Modern Warfare 2.
Remember, no Russian.
And let's be
boy.
clear about one thing up front. It is my gun. Saw a lot of people online pulling the whole, oh, it looks completely different, bro. Bullshit. Fuck you. That is my gun. Aside from it obviously being a 50 cal AK modeled after, you know, the only 50 cal AK in existence, look at the bulge front trunnion. I mean, the rivet pattern, the 4 rivets, that's very unique to the 50. I mean, shit, here's the exact same angle, so you make up your own mind, but I know my baby when I see it. Plus, there's only one of them on the planet to base it off of. The one that got tens of millions of views on its development.
Yeah.
And millions of views in the first week of its launch. And it's the one that I built. So there's that. Now, I will say on the Call of Duty design, there are a few changes, but we'll get into that later because I find them interesting. And also, sorry, I know it has been a while. I was speaking for Young Americans for Liberty and then came home and came down with COVID. Again, thanks, China. But
Really?
real quick, let's talk about one of my least favorite subjects. Debt. Getting into credit card debt is easy. Ask me how I know. Getting out, well, the system's set up so that you don't. So if you're struggling with credit cards, personal loans, collections, or medical bills, you need to check out PDS Debt. PDS provides a service to match you with debt solutions tailored to your financial situation. So if you're making payments every month,
I may be
you feel like
fighting
your
over
balances
something right
aren't
now,
going
too.
down, PDS might have an answer for you. Everyone with $10,000 or more of eligible debt qualifies, and there's no minimum credit score required. So bad and fair credit are both accepted. PDS Debt strives to understand your unique situation and can help provide alternative solutions to becoming debt-free. And right now, PDS Debt is offering a free debt analysis. It only takes 30 seconds. So you can head on over to pdsdebt.com/BH to get your free debt assessment today. Let's face it, owing money to people sucks. And if it's something that you've struggled with, maybe check out PDS. We appreciate them for sponsoring the video. Back to the content. So let's go ahead and take a look at the gun.
Yeah, guns are extremely expensive. The thing I'm fighting over is not firearm related, it's 3D printer related, but it's still like, okay, do we want to make bad decisions or do we want to make bad decisions? Oh yeah, wrist surgery. I'm glad you're recovering, kitty. Oh yeah, so much of his stuff is just like the ultimate expensive version of it too. And then he just has a cap gun there for some reason.
Gun. Right off the bat, I mean, this is definitely the AK-50 just with no front handguard and drum magazine. Now, for those of you who aren't quite gun savvy and you're confused as to why I'm calling this an AK and not, you know, an RPK conversion, it's because an RPK is an AK.
Yep.
Grab the trusty wall RPK. The RPK is literally just a designation of AK just with a longer and thicker barrel. That's just so it can fill more of like a light machine gun type role. So one of the first things that you'll notice about this thing is that it's got a big ass skeletonized drum mag. So there's no real 50 cal drum mag that exists, at least yet. But this drum looks like it's based on the Foztech 20 rounder, which isn't available yet. It's still a prototype. It's going through some design tweaks and stuff like that, but they did show it off at, you know, SHOT Show and
I was
NRM
gonna
and
say,
stuff like
that's
that.
technically
But Foztech
that-
does know that as soon as it's available, I will be be busting down their walls like the fucking Kool-Aid man trying to get one. The AK-50 deserves a drum mag. Also, just kind of a funny side note, the AK-50 is already heavy as fuck, just as a thing to run around with as a semi-auto 50 BMG. It comes in weighing like slightly more than a Barrett M82. It's like the idea of like in Call of Duty running around and jumping around with it. I mean, they made the aim down sight speed and everything pretty slow, like super slow for Call of Duty for the AK-50, which makes sense because it's fucking big. But now imagine adding like 20.
It dawns on me as well that they also would have had to have stolen that someone saw the Fostech magazine and said, ooh, we should steal that too.
Rounds of 50, which if my math is correct, I think is like 5 more pounds. Not to mention the big ass metal drum magazine to hold all of that ammo and to work it and feed it. It's got to be an extra 5 pounds too. So just loading the gun is like adding an additional third of the gun's weight to the bottom. Yeah, I get why it's hard to run around with. Now I am going to touch on this part really quickly too, about it being a conversion kit. So here's an RPK-74, right? This is a 50 BMG. First off, in order to even feed this, the magazine has to be about that far back. The magazine has to go about as far back on the receiver as the end of the trigger guard is. So you need to completely trash this receiver. I'm not even getting to the firing 50 cal part yet. This receiver would need to be at least twice as long. Now, as far as being able to fire 50 cal, now this is the round that this gun was built to fire. This is the one you're converting it to. That's not fucking happening, homie. It's like those pictures of the mountain and his wife. It's like that just...
Holy!
Good luck. So yeah, on the actual AK-50,
Good luck.
we had to start from scratch on basically every part. The only things that we kept, we had to scale everything up. We had to scale everything up to be able to fit, a 50 BMG, because that's a huge, huge undertaking. The only parts on the AK-50 we were able to keep the same size, and they're interchangeable with the standard AK, are the fire control group, like the trigger group, and the pistol grip. We salvaged certain parts from the, recoil spring assembly and whatnot too, but by and large, you have to completely start over and scale everything up just to even begin to make it work. So yeah, it's a conversion. Start over and scale everything up just to even begin.
Yeah, look at it. This whole thing is the receiver on the AK-50. The entire rear block.
Begin to make it work. So yeah, it's a conversion kit in the same way that if you took the tires off of a Corvette and put them onto a Honda Civic, you've now converted that into a Corvette. One of the major differences between the AK-50 and the gun in the game, though, is that their AK-50 has a stock. I understand why they did it in the game, just because, it adds something else to customize. They had different, PKM stocks and stuff you can throw on there, which, not gonna lie, it looks pretty cool. But really, this is just the devs not understanding that the bolt carrier actually has to go somewhere when the gun fires.
As I just pointed out,
it has to travel leaves you basically no room for a stock. Unless you mean like just a little stubby thing or like a butt pad or something like that. Which is why the AK-50, the Barrett, the Serbu, and pretty much all semi-auto shoulder-fired 50s pretty much have that same look in the rears, because we need that distance for the bolt carrier to travel. Because while the round might have gotten bigger and the gun has gotten bigger, the shooter stays the same size, meaning that the distance between the butt of the gun and the pistol grip needs to be pretty much the same size. It's called length of pull. It needs to be consistent to actually have a good functioning weapon. Because if you added a stock to the back of a Barrett or the AK-50, you'd be all the way out here, making it basically impossible to shoulder. In classic nomenclature of the channel, where do bolt go, though? But now I guess it's time for the big question. Pretty much the question everybody's been asking me since this was even announced.
Why are you gay?
Am I butthurt or am I flattered?
Really?
Truthfully, I think it's really cool. 16-year-old me could not fathom a gun that I'm responsible for even touching a mainstream game like Call of Duty. I think that's super neat. It would have been nice if I was asked, or at least even told. I would have said yes.
Acknowledged in some way.
I got my own gig going on. It's pretty sweet. But I don't even necessarily think it was a direct, intentional rip, like Call of Duty proper meant to take the gun. Here's what I think could have happened. One of their artists probably had an entire folder full of reference files for things that they thought were cool, or things that, different guns that they wanted to draw inspiration from in different ways, and the AK-50 ended up in it. They took that as a reference file, thinking, it's probably a production gun. They altered some stuff, made it fit the game, and boom, Jack Cataclysm. Not only is that a potential scenario, to be perfectly honest, knowing how a lot of this stuff works, I think that's the most likely scenario.
Knowing how EA works, no, I don't think that's how it went. No 13! Thank you for the follow. Welcome.
So no, I am not out to go, sue Call of Duty or anything like a lot of other people have been saying.
And
One,
thank you for
because
the
I
sword.
have zero interest in it. Like I said before, I would have let them use it anyway. Two, probably because they have a good legal case that they've transformed it enough that it falls under fair use. It's not like they're producing the thing. I mean, they have it in a video game. They transformed it a little bit for artistic reasons, and now it's theirs. Or at least that's what they'll argue in the court, and I think that's a fair legal standing. Let's face it, they have millions of dollars for lawyers on standby, and I have less than zero interest in even fucking trying that shit, even if I wanted to. So no, there's not gonna be any fucking legal battle between me and Call of Duty. I think it's cool to make something that people are inspired by, and I think it's neat to see that kind of grow and expand even beyond me. I think it would have been cool to be involved in the push because I think that would have been neat. I mean, it's my baby. But I also understand why big corporations like Activision or Sledgehammer or whatnot can't even begin to touch somebody like me. I hate we live in that kind of world, but it is what it is. But now the moment of truth. How good's the gun?
Oh, here we go.
Oh god, it's this fucking like Borderlands shit. It's like I'm in a fucking cartoon.
That game does look like terrible. What is this?
Fuck.
It is at least a one-shot.
Come on,
If you
fucker.
can hit the
There you
target.
go. Alright, this thing kind of fucks. I mean, like, I take it for granted this thing kind of...
Yeah, I don't know what's going on with the color.
I feel like I take it for granted this thing... Give me a second. I feel like I take it for granted this thing can one-shot, but at the same time, like...
I own 3 Call of Duty games. World at War, Black Ops 1, Black Ops 2, Black Ops 3. All 3 of them look better than this.
It's a fucking 50 cal, it should be able to do that. No matter what, this thing should be able to kill you with one fucking round. Come on, fuck, God.
This is
Get some, come on.
cel-shaded maps for the new Oh
Come
my
on.
gosh. Why would they do that?
Come on, get I. I feel like I'm not locked in right now.
We're like not even paying attention to the AK-50 now. We're just looking at how terrible the game looks.
Not good enough.
Still looks washed out. It's better, but it still looks washed out. $80? It's not even 70? Oh my gosh.
I'm on one more.
Screw you.
Just need one more. Give me one more. One more. There you go. That's all I wanted. I know I've done like Twitch and shit before, but like I feel like this is my first time being a streamer, which is kind of wild because I'm, technically doing it with my own fucking gun, and I'm still getting fucking my ass raped. While playing this, knowing I'm gonna be judged by an army of fucking 11-year-olds. Hey, old man, why can't you actually play Call of Duty? It's like, well, I don't know. I dopamine receptors for it. I'm not used to this 80s shit. God, this is hell. Even just shooting the AK is kind of wild. Oh, well, did I just get a hit marker? Did I just fucking hit somebody here?
Yes.
No, but really, like, just the recoil impulse.
To be fair,
Did it-
with a
there you
50
go.
cal,
Getting
that
an
just
accidental fucking kill.
going through the walls is a
Everything
valid
that's just the
strategy.
recoil impulse, even just the sound, like, it's pretty close. Like, fuck. Kill me with my gun? Fuck you. I'm doing what the
I think
kids
80
say,
is bad.
just lock
Game
me
was
in.
supposed to be DLC. Oh my gosh. Yeah, see, he gave them the benefit of the doubt. I'm not, because of how cheap and lazy they are.
Fuck off, fuck off. God damn it. Alright, getting a little frustrated with the AK-50. Now it might be time to whip out the fucking cheaper shit.
You have 2 objectives. We're taking Bravo.
And get fucked.
Yeah, this is just Borderlands.
Not pumped enough. Get fucked. There you go. Alright, I'm that guy.
The good stuff, not the movie.
Hey, there you go, behind the plywood. Oh, there you go. There's my gun. Man. Alright, how you got yours set up? Ooh, I like that. Ooh, I do like that. I really like that. I like that. Ah, fuck you. There you go. Give me my gun back. Fuck you.
True, Borderlands still looks better.
Fuck you. Give me my gun.
That is the game's attempt at
There
a
we
gold
go.
skin, which is just wrapping it in gold-colored
You.
tinfoil.
Hey. There you go. That's it. Fuck. Did you have my golden plated gun? Was that a golden plated AK-50? Give me that shit. I need that in my life. Give me that shit. Give me that. I see. Oh, did it just disappear?
It's not even good liquid gold.
Fuck you.
Secure the area.
Is he gonna
Look
run
at
out?
that.
Oh,
Look at that.
yep.
The fuck kind of camo is that? Seriously, the fuck kind of camo is that?
Why is the Prestige worse then? Tell me why the
that
Prestige is
suppressed?
worse then.
No, you just took it. You took my gun. No, it's not suppressed. Well, yeah, no, it is suppressed. Son of a bitch. I'll wait for you to die. Sorry, buddy. I'm stealing your shit. Yep. Yoink. Mine.
I don't care about my teammate, I want the gun. That is a decent skin. It still is rendered horribly, but at least it's a little bit better.
Yep, this is dope. Keeping this as long as I can. Oh god. Hello. Ah, I got the furry back.
No 50 cal on the planet is that quiet.
No hits? Fuck you. Ah! Alright, that was a pretty cool setup.
You cannot suppress 50 cal. It is too
Friendly
big and
fire,
heavy of a
sorry.
round. Well,
50 between
I guess you can, theoretically can, but it's still not going to be quiet. It's going to be loud no matter what you do. I guess if you could suppress a tank shell, you could technically suppress a 50 cal. It's just the can's going to
Oh
be the
my
same
God.
size as the
Hello.
gun, and it's still going to be pretty loud.
Done for it. God, this thing kind of fucks suppressed. At least it did. What's funny is that in the last few days, if you've been playing Call of Duty and you got killed by an AK-50, and the username was the AK guy.
130. Oh,
Pretty good chance.
screw that.
So that is the AK-50 in Call of Duty. I think what we learned here today is don't expect me to be a COD streamer anytime soon. I'm gonna go back to doing the things that I'm good at. I think I've just had enough stimuli to fry the brain of a medieval child. Anyhow, guys, I appreciate you watching this video. I know it's a little different. This is not even a scenario that I would have ever imagined I would have been in. But it's something that's really cool, and it's something that I don't think would have happened without you guys and just the audience that we built together. So I guess to close things out, I appreciate you guys. I appreciate you staying all the way to the end. And I will see you sexy YouTube mother lovers in the next video. Thanks.
Alright, I keep getting zapped by the copyright, so I'm not going to let that play. Call of Duty stole the AK-50 by Brandon Herrera. Brandon Herrera does really cool stuff. Again, he built the gun that they stole, so for anyone who doesn't know yet, there you go. Oh, Hoovy, you poor man. Yeah, just because I now got down that track after obsessing about it all day, to talk about something that is completely unrelated but was reminded of because of his ad with the debt thing. I have an Ender 3 and I'm seriously thinking about getting the belt printer mill modification for it, which will give it an infinite Z-axis. But that is, you know, it's not as expensive as his firearms addiction, but it is still, oh my gosh, we're spending money on stuff. Black Ops 6 is going to be free day one with Xbox Game Pass. Such a shame I'm not paying for it. I have the Game Pass for as long as this free thing gives me, and then that will be it. Maybe I'll get another free one. We'll have to see. Which, again, I'm not sponsored, so I'm going to do it myself. Privacy.com link, so you can give them a card that you can lock so they can't just keep charging you. Use the link to get a $5 credit. Would really appreciate it. 3D printed his house. Oh my god. Not the house, but I've 3D printed a lot of things. I have 100% saved more money 3D printing stuff than I spent on my 4 3D printers. Though one of them is one of those little baby printers that costs like $80, so I don't know if that counts or not. They're all cheap models though. No, they're good. They're good. They're all good. They're just cheap. And the baby printers are actually worth it, even if you have better printers. Because they don't just use additive technology, they are additive technology. You can give the baby printer a small job, while the big ones count as the big job, and you just have more jobs being done at the same time. So, yeah, there's my 3D printer nerd. Gonna take a very early break in the stream for a sec. I forgot to bring stuff down to drink, and I need something for my throat. So I'm gonna go grab that quick. When I come back, you guys still have till I come back to decide, are we doing grounded? Or are the giant bugs gonna be too much for people? I've already decided I'm turning arachnophobia mode on at minimum for people. Again, our backup is Valheim. Do not vote just because you want to see Valheim. We'll be doing that on Sunday if we don't do it today. I think I managed to fix the problem I was having with my tax returns. I'll be getting more money from now on. Yay and congratulations. More money from taxes is always nice. All right. I will be back in a couple. Okay, I return. What are we thinking? Okay, if we're not getting a lot of complaints about the bugs, I can live with going to just arachnophobia mode. Thank you. Last chance before we get started. Also, I need to change over Twitch because Twitch will whine if I don't. And yeah, so this and Valheim are both group survival games, but they are like Game Pass. But if they end up being good, maybe I'll set them up and do things like try to drag my Virtual Vibe Creator Gen 1 mates into playing. The game that I thought I was going to do this with is actually Valheim. Not Valheim. V Rising, which is base building and survival, but with vampires. Someone got it for me for my birthday, so big thanks. Well, I really haven't had a lot of time to play it. Arachnophobia safe mode. So this is what our spiders are going to look like. I did apply the changes. Stop it. I don't know why it says continue. I don't have. Yeah, I'm going to say I don't have any. Survival, medium. No creative, no custom. We're just going to do a regular old survival mode. Max.
Hey, I'm Willow Branch.
Hey, nice to meet you. The name's Max.
My name's Peter. My friends call me Pete.
Allie Whoop. Yep, that's my name.
You can't run from me, you bees! You think you outsmarted me? The mighty Muldoon? I don't think so, Yoked Girth. Stay tuned for what happens next on Yoked Girth. Now a word from our sponsor.
Yoked Girth?
Are you ready for a new wild and wacky puncho fruit flavor? Introducing Apricot. It's a punch to the gut. So stop by, fill up, and make sure you get your Billy Hog hot dog before you jet away.
What?
Good morning, Brook Hollow. Today is October 20, 1990. This is your news. We have a special breaking report. The police department has released information that more local teenagers have gone missing. They were last seen earlier this week, and the only connection between the teenagers is that they are all students at Brook Hollow High School. This could be linked to the disturbing trend of other possible abductions and missing teenagers from our otherwise quiet town. If anyone has seen the teenagers or has any other information, please contact the police department. The mayor of Brook Hollow has put a curfew into effect for anyone under 18
Off-brand
not
He-Man.
Now to other news. In the business world, prominent practical technology signs a new deal with
Now, I named the stream for this, but does anyone even know what it's named for? Oh, of course it's an Obsidian game. That's why this is supposed to be good. Oh, come on. We're not even in that yard.
Cave Nightmare. My favorite. Well, version is it. Endless cave, bottomless pit, impossibly claustrophobic passages.
Four kids, but 5 slots. I actually don't know the story. I'm just kind of looking around here. Uh-oh. Did I already get myself in trouble? Nope, there we go.
This is bad. Really bad. Time to wake up, Willow.
You discovered the baseball.
Detected.
Whoa, and that's not an alarm clock. Well, whatever it is, maybe I should figure out where it's coming from. You know, until I wake up. Totally waking up. Any second now.
Yeah, I know movie franchise, but I wonder if there are even people who know the movie franchise now. Spacer safety test. Location, Tully Backyard. Supervising scientist, Dr. Wendell Tully. Power fluctuations are within acceptable range. Machine itself continues to operate as expected while the proofing of the platform components is holding up quite well. The pylons, however, are a finicky trio. Maintaining the beam angles requires regular obstruction removal. VR is simply too alive for precision instruments. Oh, Euclidean space, you fickle mistress. Reminder, check embiggening cell diagnostic before end-of-day protocols.
There must be someone in charge of this science experiment. But I haven't seen any signs of anyone else.
Right, I can use this
Keep me guessing.
3 times. Why my 15-year-old sibling know the franchise? Okay. Alright, so that's recharging. Do this in the meantime. Unpowered, offline. Alright, so that was the one thing we were actually supposed to do. And the 2 things I didn't analyze were the 2 things I need. Okay, need to find more science equipment, need to find water.
The solitary ant. One of 100,000 mindless drones. No hopes, no dreams. Bound to the will of the colony.
What? Okay. Hello. All right, we still got to do the pebblet, which I can't do because I haven't actually analyzed the pebblet. Then I'm going to need to find water. Staying close to that seems like it's probably the smart choice. Yeah, I've never played this before, but I've played a fair amount of survival stuff. And I've seen like 10 minutes of this played by someone else at one point, back when it came out. But yeah, I've never actually played this myself before. I got some free time on the Game Pass, so I'm just making use of it while we're here.
Is that an aphid? It's pretty cute up close.
Alright, so I have now analyzed everything I have. Rope, mushroom slurry, plant slurry. Ten minutes back in the early stages. Geez, man, it's different now. They've been made it's made by the developers of the good Fallout game. Let's be very specific here. The good Fallout game. Right, need pebblets, sprigs, rope. Rope and clover leaves. Fallout New Vegas. Right, I need pebblets. Yeah, it's certainly a new twist on the survival game, which I think is a good thing. Do something unique, that's a plus.
Beat it, nosy.
Nope, I don't feel like it. I don't know, I don't care. I'm out of here. Well, that bird's gonna eat me in a second. Oh Okay, I made the axe. So I need the hammer. Don't care. Just need one weapon. So I still need to find these clover leaves. And more sap. No, wait. Is there anything I can analyze while I'm here? Nope. Nope. This is as far as I've gotten. I got out of the case I found here. This is where we are. Is this the mysterious machine?
Okay, that is definitely not normal.
Looks like something got fried. I'm tiny.
I was a fool to have ever doubted myself. A fool like Klein, like Kaminsky, like Schmechter, like all of Ominent. I am here in the backyard. Down in the backyard. I mean, I am speaking to you from the backyard. I am tiny! I should gather my thoughts. This is a momentous occasion. Wendell Tully official log, 89.08.05. Recording as I take my first steps into the miniature world. The sights are unbelievable. The textures, the way the light falls upon every surface, the subtle patterns in all of the objects that surround me. The grass! Even common lawn grass looks like a structure from an alien world. Wait. What's that sound? The very earth is trembling. Over there, what could it be? An ant! My God, today, the world has changed forever.
Yeah, I know it was going to be bad, but I was almost out of water. I didn't have a choice. Is this how you get clover leaves? Yes, it is. Orange button?
What's the worst thing that could happen? Looks like something is happening. Well, that was anticlimactic. Looks like the other two lasers are blocked. That ladybug seems so much less graceful up close.
No? Oh, requires workbench. Hello. Did I not get any of the grass thingies? Hello. Ah. These grass thingies.
Hello, powerless ant.
Science!
Like how excited it is about science. All right. I should actually probably make my base at this thingy. This seems like a fairly open and stable place to do things. Either there or very nearby. I prefer my science well done myself. Oh. Need more sap. Where'd I get that first piece of sap?
It's getting late. If I don't make some shelter, I bet some horrible insects will come around and eat me or something.
Thank you for that thought. Where is the sap? I need the sap. All right. Super build. Okay. Alright, sap. Come on. I need sap, I need food, I need water. Wait, I think I can do something about the food. Aha! Sap. I have no idea what you're talking about. Purple Potato Person, thank you for the follow. No? I have mushrooms. No? Oh, requires grinder. Oh my gosh.
Scrabble along, comrade. Putting on some more armor.
I have questions about the efficacy of this as armor. Alright, I need to do something about water, I need to do something about food. Because I'm going to die in a second. I mean, at this point I might as well just make a basket, put all my stuff in it, and just let myself die. Aha!
At least it's clean. Ish.
So close! Yeah! All
These
right.
aphids look like they have things to do and people to see.
Oh,
I
okay.
think I'm hungry.
You can just eat these raw. Okay, that works. Okay. Yeah, I know. I just didn't know if this game would let me. A lot of these survival games place pretty dumb, arbitrary limits. Okay. Takes care of all that. Right, so I can just gather these and toss them down for later. What just happened? So not super exciting. I don't know what to talk about with a lot of this. Just kind of doing things. This is probably intended to be your first base spot when I look around.
That's not so bad.
Feels smart for figuring that out, even though it seems really obvious. Okay. Thanks for the hydrate, Hoovy. Like, I know we've got objectives, but I feel like base comes first, given the nature of the game and everything. Hmm.
That gnat's on a collision course with us.
Where? Ah! Okay. You?
Hope this is enough to keep me safe.
It's not, but, you know. There we go. Ba-ba-ba-bum. Of course, it's not enough for the bow. Sure. You're not done yet? Yeah, there we go. Ew. Ew. All right. All right, is the device.
Hey, Aunt. What's the news?
Harvest remains. Ew. Well, I'm gonna need to chop one more thing before I go checking so I can get my hands on this water here.
I mean, this is probably what bottled water is.
Not even close.
Ugh, gross. Stay away.
No idea what she's talking about. I'm sure I'm gonna regret that later. Well, mites just never leave anyone alone, do you? I need to set up the torch. Hey!
Just give me a second to let my eyes adjust to that.
Buzzer! Come on, how many of you are there? Also, how on earth did you guys chew through a wire? Well, that's gonna kill me later. Well, I'm going to check out where the lasers are now at full power. So I'm probably gonna die because they're lasers, and that's kind of what I do. All right.
That was more dramatic than I expected.
All right. Presumably that was the embiggener just dying on us. Keep forgetting that I actually have a decent jump in this game. Unlike so many other survival games where you like hop and you only go like 6 inches in the air at most. Ooh, juice box. Can I ride you? The answer is yes.
Seems like something's digging around underneath us.
Friend. No, friend. Okay. Given the setting of the game, there's a lot of things that could be digging around underneath us. All right, fine. Thank you for the ride, friend. Right. I need this.
Hey, Aunt. What's the news?
Yeah. I probably have a bunch of stuff I could feed to the analyzer thingy. Friend. Now this seems to be problematic. That looks really interesting. Wonder what's over here. Wonder if there's any grass to chop down. Find your lack of grass disturbing. There we go. There's some grass to chop down. Look at all that grass. Alright, fine, I'll go investigate the interesting place. Hello. Oh, this is the whole thing.
This looks like nerd paradise.
Ooh, Oh!
Science.
Um. Stuffed aphid slippers, aphid mount. Ooh, oh, that's not the kind of mount that I like. No! Yeah, let's do the Might Fuzz.
I have isolated the source of the particle irregularities. They appear to be a byproduct of the shrinking process. If I adjust the machine to account for their existence, it should be the key to the de-shrinking, expanding process. Burgle, please bring up the readings for the irregular covalent SNPI 42Z particle traces. Ugh, that name is going to get tiresome. And while you're at it, rename all references to the irregular covalent SNPI 42Z particle to raw science.
Order received. Raw science identified. Does it require cooking, flipping, or grilling?
No, none of those. Categorization.
That answer is not permitted, according to health code standards governing the handling of raw food items.
All the sap I need. Haha, mine. So, problem in the hedge. Pond is having a bad day. Haze is full of toxins. And the Black Ant Hill is in a security lockdown. Nope, that'll be a problem for later. In Big and Test 45, category non-organics. For successful miniaturization. Beginning subjects will be failure miniaturization successful when beginning further testing is possible at the moment. Subject was confiscated by a curious honeybee. Recovery unlikely. Box obliterated. Miniature scabs are currently stuck in every nook and cranny of the ark. Probably.
Nothing like a little science, as I always say.
Supplies! Granbull's good all about. I didn't know Granbull was in this. Granbull Giggle Funny.
Take a deep breath.
The robot, I don't think it can.
System reboot in progress. Thanks for the helping hand. I am Burgle, acting science manager for this project. I am also a robot. I am sure this all must be very disorienting for you, but hopefully I can explain. I suspect you were miniaturized by Dr. Tully's spacer device. Why are you here in the yard? I do not know. In fact, I cannot seem to recall much of anything. A recent power surge has caused a massive raw science containment explosion. This lab, as you can see, is a disaster. And what's worse, the explosion has disrupted my computing power. My memory banks are corrupted. Sorry to pile on the bad news, my new friend. How can I be of service? It seems you and I are both a little discombobulated. Given my best calculations, your biomass has been subject to covalent spacing reduction via interatomic energy extraction. In other words, you have been shrunk. It is likely this was achieved using Dr. Wendell Tully's spacer platform, patent pending. Shrinking can be a traumatic experience for tiny human brains, and memory loss is a known side effect. Hopefully your memory will return in time. Dr. Tully is a brilliant scientist and inventor. He is also my creator. My initial protocol was to serve as the short order cook of the future.
Really?
However, I have been recently promoted to acting science manager to assist with his experiments. No doubt my previous work experience has been invaluable to Dr. Tully.
Well, that explains the raw food thing.
Although, now that I am processing it, I have not seen him for several weeks. And now I cannot recall where he went. It must be my corrupted memory banks. You are here, in the Oak Lab, built and used by Dr. Wendell Tully to experiment on all things small.
Yeah, robots portraying us.
This is the base of operations for conducting experiments in his yard. To return to your prior size, you would need to successfully activate Dr. Tully's spacer platform. Unfortunately, my readings indicate it is inoperable. It appears to have suffered several malfunctions from the explosion. I am sorry, but it appears you may be stranded here for some time until we find a solution.
Can we fix it?
Haha! That is a great idea. Let me run a full diagnostic scan on it and see what we need to do to get it fixed up. Processing! Processing! Memory fault. Code 408B3000. Ominent OS script runtime error. Arg! I am sorry again. It appears I have sustained more damage to my memory chips than expected. Without those memories, I do not know how to repair the spacer. Dr. Tully used two types of chips to back up my memory. Auxiliary chips are small capacity chips used to store project data. If you find these, I should be able to help you learn new survival recipes. Super chips are special, and they are gold. They back up full directories of my memory system. If we are going to fix the spacer, that data is bound to be on a super chip. I suggest exploring the other labs in the backyard. Return with any memory chips you find. Dr. Tully has built many more labs throughout the yard. Each lab is used for various experimental procedures. I can upload their locations to your Scabby. Stand by. Processing. Processing. Error. Files not found. Code cheese and fries. The lab locations are missing from my memory banks too. But we are in luck. I was able to retrieve the location of one of the facilities, the Hedge Lab.
That's the one full of toxic gas. No, that's the one with the hostile presence.
The Hedge Lab is the observation center of the yard and used for research on arachnid webbing. You will find the hedge near the house if you head southeast. The lab is located deep inside the hedge, sending the coordinates to your scabby. Try to find the Hedge Lab first, but there is nothing stopping you from searching the yard for the other labs. Except, of course, thousands of angry, hungry insects.
Yeah, he's gonna go psycho.
That reminds me. Dr. Tully locks the important labs with biometric scanners. You will need access for any chance of success. Head over to the ASL terminal and place your hand on the biometric scanner near it. Give it a moment to sync your signature into the mainframe. Once you are registered, you will be granted access to the ASL network of computers too. ASL grants access to daily work items, nay, tasks, nay, quests. Yes, quests. I will reward you raw science for each completed quest. In my science shop, you can trade raw science back for survival recipes from experiments that Wendell conducted when he was first exploring the yard. Log on to the ASL terminal over there and see what is available. Unless you have any other questions, you really should get started finding those chips. And try not to die out there. Have an exponentially great day!
Gee, thanks. I think there was another blob that I was supposed to get that I didn't. There we go.
I could really use some good grilling right about now.
Pow.
Science!
Ew. Speaking of you, unfortunately.
I'd eat this normally.
Ew!
This is a lot easier than lab.
morning, I installed the borrowed lab modules. Another one of my forgotten inventions from the early days. I had such grand notions back then. The Kinder Science Mini-Quick Little Chemist Lab educational toy for children. But no, Wendell, we can't possibly put hydrochloric acid into the hands of children. The lawyers will never agree. It's a good thing I never told them about the Bunsen burners. Odd that Ominent has been using my toy pieces in this way. I digress. The lab network is now up and running in the backyard. I'm planning to dedicate each one of them to a different function. Main power will run through here. The Oak Lab is the center of operations for the backyard. The second lab is nestled into the hedge. Such wonderful views from up there. Side note, I'm worried that Ominent's shoddy manufacturing of the lab pieces will cause them to fall apart over time, but they will do for now.
Ew. Okay, burgle quests. You're real helpful, Burgle, you know that? Smithing station. Gee, I wonder which one they want us to buy first. Okay, gonna get as much as I can out of this.
To process that.
Alright, so we're still under 2,000, which means we can only get the 1,000 or the 15. So cooking is... Yeah, nachos, why? And meatloaf, God. I hate you all. Okay. I don't mind the bugs. I hate eating the bugs. I will not eat the bugs. I will not be happy.
It is nice to see a friendly face around here. How can I help you today? Ask away, my friend. Ominent Practical Technologies, is one of the largest research and manufacturing companies in the world. Its main research facility is right here in the town of Brook Hollow. Dr. Tully, and by extension, yours truly, was an employee of Ominent for a long time, until very recently. Ask away, my friend. A question about me? I'm flattered. I am the last existing burger lad, Mark IV, created by Dr. Tully. Since his disappearance, I have been continuing his research and experiments. I am a fully functional research assistant. I can answer science questions as well as assign tasks for you to complete. Every day, I will have a number of tasks for you, my budding science assistant, to complete. Finish them, and I will reward you for your hard work. Just do not mention anything to OSHA. The last thing I need is another investigation into underage labor practices. Cooking, flipping, grilling. I have been adapting my functionality with the assistance of Dr. Tully. I am also trained in organization, data science, and mustache grooming. How can I help you today? Please come again soon.
Alright, is this enough to push me up over the edge? Probably not. Nope. Fine.
Why do it your way when you can do it the Roby's way? Put your cares away and have an exponentially great day. Now where did I leave that?
Alright. Man, I am just like falling asleep here. It's not the game, I'm just tired. Yeah. I hope I'm going in the right direction. I hit M out of habit. I can't believe we get a map from the start, even if it's a basic one. Remember, folks, always choose the lesser of weevils, of two weevils.
Aphid on the move.
All right. What new things can I make? Ooh. Oh. Less happy about that. Samurai. So what I'm seeing is I'm going to have to kill a lot of ants. Might loaf. No! I hate that it's called nachos. Fuzz on the rocks. Oh my gosh. Where do I get the... Alright. Plating and whetstone. Neither of those do me any good. Tired.
That's not so bad. Scrabble along, comrade.
Sorry, buddy, but I think I'm gonna need better armor. Nope, don't call for help. Don't call for help. I did not get a lot of parts out of that. Yo, don't drink. There we go. No! Ew. Helmets.
Better safe than sorry.
All right. What I think I'm gonna do is say that we are. There it is. Is say that since we're at our usual stream halfway point, I'm gonna take another short break, get some more caffeine in me, see if I can shake myself awake. Then come back and we'll play for however long we do, and when we're done, I'm going to bed. I think that's going to be the plan. So I will once again be back in a couple minutes. Just see if I can shake myself awake. I am just tired tonight. Super quit. What's the difference between quit and super quit? I return and I am still tired. Ooh, donuts. I do like my baked goods. What kind of Canadian are you? Next, you're gonna say I haven't had any maple syrup. What else have I missed? Oh, jeez. Six bottles of maple syrup. Okay, you're a real Canadian. And it's not just a meme. Canada really does have a strategic syrup reserve. So Canadians and maple syrup is not just a meme. All right. I'm assuming that's where I'm supposed to be going. What did I need for the smith? Right, and I have no idea where to get those. Yep. Canada's the reason that stormtroopers exist.
Looks like the head of a giant action figure from some cartoon.
You again, buzz off. Alright, what's trying to attack me? How do you not do...
The Yardbirds, yet another gross creature. Will wonders never cease?
Huh.
Clear? I wouldn't mind if they did.
Yeah, well, you can't get me up here, so yeah. Ah! How many spears can I make? A bunch. No! Alright, where's the ones I drew? Oh, there's another one! Oh, come on! Ah.
Those aphids look like they have things to do and people to see.
Okay, we're gonna keep a mostly empty inventory this time. Except for, of course, all of this stuff. Where's more pebblets? I need more pebblets! Pebblets, please. Pebblets. Pebblets, please.
Real spooky hole in the ground. Faint chittering noises. Smell of decaying flesh. Nothing to worry about.
No. Mm-hmm.
Aw, a firefly. That's kind of beautiful. I'd eat this normally.
All right. They just take off. I should actually probably drop some of the stuff back and come back. I am glad that this game lets you use a spear as a spear.
Those little spiderlings look so delicate.
Too many games are like, spear, poke things, but do not throw. You're not allowed to throw the spear. How dare you consider throwing the spear?
Aphid on the move. I mean, this is probably what bottled water is.
Oh, come on! Buzz off. Nobody likes you. You smell funny.
That might be too much spider, even for me.
Gotta be kidding me. Man, I'm just gonna fall over. I think I'm just gonna try to get this retrieval and not much else. Buzz off.
Rabbits. Morton Noir lipstick. Fake hall pass. Whew. Looks like it's all still here.
Eh. Alright, we got the retrieval. We made it to the hedge. I'm gonna pause here. I say pause like I know I'm coming back to this game. So, tomorrow we're going to be doing Remnant, another Souls-like game, and Valheim, another survival game. And now I don't know, but what I want to do, oh, go away, is not tomorrow, but next Saturday, maybe. I will confirm on Sunday. Do a YouTube only thank you stream for getting me to 500. Do some catch up now that things are starting to go a little more smoothly. I don't know that I'll be able to do that, but I want to do that, so I will make sure to announce if it does work. Spider and chase you in the water. Yep. I will think about it. Keep in mind that I'm only playing this because it's on a Game Pass, so it's free. Getting this game is still up in the air. I'm just taking advantage of Game Pass to do as many games I don't own as I can. And again, I am not paying for Game Pass. I just got an extended trial, so that's what I'm using. And once again, I am not sponsored. So I'm doing it myself. Please use my referral link for privacy.com. You can hand them a working debit card that you can control and freeze. So anytime they say to get your free thing, you must give us a credit card. Give them that, lock it, be done with them. Oh yeah, all about spiders as a kid. That would not help arachnophobia at all. I think those are the only things I have. Just that little self-serving shout out because I need to support this channel somehow. And heads up that maybe not tomorrow, but next Saturday we'll do a YouTube thank you stream. Because YouTube needs a thank you stream. I also need to do an everyone thank you stream, which kind of got pushed out of the way because sponsor, then limited time, then everything else is the priorities I do things. I am sorry. I really should put together a good thank you stream regardless though, because I mean, that was really a sponsor thing. I will fix things. I will fix it. With that, I hope you all have a good weekend. Yeah, everything just happened at once as it always does. Hope you all have a great weekend. Be safe. Take care. And I will see you on the Sunday stream. Night all.